So I have a record player in my house now. It does belong to my new roommate, but I thought it was a great example of the battle that happens inside of me with this desire for minimalism and my slavish devotion to capitalism. We have the Beatles, the Clash, and oh, that's embarrassing. And listen, I get it. Let me show you something that's incredibly embarrassing. This is the current state of my office and bookshelves. It's like the Library of Alexandria just vomited on itself. There is something to be said about being able to hold rubber sole in your physical hands, that smell of vinyl as you open up the sleeve, as opposed to just listening to bits and bytes from whatever iDevice you happen to be using. And yes, I love physical books. Again, I like the smell, the mustiness of an old library. I'm the monster that will bend the pages to mark my spot. And so it might come as a surprise when I say I hate stuff. I just dislike so much to be surrounded in junk and things that pile up on top of each other. The joke that a lot of my friends always say about me is that I should have been born in the 1950s because I like analog things kind of right alongside my digital stuff. I like the sound of records better. I prefer to read off of actual paper rather than e-paper. And yet, with moving so many times in my early life, I just detest the carting around of all of these things. There's this kind of wish that I have that I could take everything that I own, everything that I absolutely need in this life, and be able to fit it into like a rucksack and run down the road and like hop a train and essentially eat beans out of a tin can because, again, I'm a 1960s hobo. Now, while that dream is far-fetched, this idea that we surround ourselves with so many things does hold true. There was just last month, I came across this treasure trove of old birthday cards, Christmas cards, Easter cards that I haven't looked at in probably 10 to 15 years, and there's no reason why it needs to be taking up space in my closet anymore. I don't look at them. These are times that I barely remember. There's a fear, I think, of people letting go of these little bits of artifacts that they think they're releasing part of themselves, or they're losing a part of themselves, even if they've not looked at or have no desire to look at all these bits and baubles that have accumulated over their lifetimes. I've taken great pains over the last couple of years to try and rid this stuff out of my life. I've donated a bunch of clothes, got rid of the majority of my CD and DVD collection. I'm currently trying to work through some of the books that I'm probably never going to read, let's face it, so I can donate those to a worthy cause where people can, if they so choose to. And then there's old posters and furniture and boxes and just things that swill around me, this effluvia of trash. Look at me being a poet. And I think it's okay if you do have lots of things as long as they mean something to you. I forget what the book is called, but someone was telling me about it, about how to get rid of clutter out of your life. What you're supposed to do is take every single thing that you have, you take it and you look at it and say, does this bring me joy? And if the answer is no, or you can't answer that question, then it's time to donate it, time to toss it away. And George, I can't quit you, so you're gonna stay with me. But I'd rather die in a fire if it's Ringo. My roommate has informed me it's the magical art of tidying. Something like that. That's the subtitle, something like that. I love physical things, but when they drain on you and when they become a burden, it's time to let it go. Much like these videos. Thank you everyone for watching. My name is Kyle. I upload videos every Monday and Thursday. I also, sorta, every week co-host a podcast called Whatever This Is. A link to that and all of my social media is down in the description below. What's the stuff that you collect that's all around you right now? Let me know down in the comments, a place where we can collect each other's stories and wait until they get dusty.